Okay, this is my first ever live stream on the main channel. I'm nervous as fuck because my second channel has like 3,000 subs. This channel has like a 250,000. I'm incredibly nervous. But we are going to be playing through Half-Life 1 the way I preached in my video Why Half-Life is So Unforgiving, where I claimed that you could probably beat this game without dying if you're very careful and, you know, thinking things through. I don't really think there's much unfair stuff in this game. One thing we need to do before we start, though, I need to go ahead and add a couple stream moderators from my Discord server, people I trust who mod the server. And that should be done. So now, let me just do this. And this. And lastly, this. And we should be good to start Half-Life 1. Of course, we're going to be playing on hard mode. And again, my whole thing here is we're going to be playing it the way that Valve probably intended. We're just going to be thinking things through, being very careful, and acting rationally. I'm going to try and sort of roleplay not knowing what is going on. Like, obviously, I've played this game 100 times. I know what's around every corner. Gonna do my best to pretend I don't. It's gonna be difficult. I'm nervous as fuck because of the stream, and I've only even attempted playing Half-Life without deaths, like a couple times ever. I'm sure I'm gonna die, but we'll see. I'm not gonna do a host timescale jump. It's just a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll just have some fun. No, person, the minefield and surface tension is not unfair. You gotta use big brainiac shit, and then you can just spray your machine gun into the minefield, and you'll be good. You'll blow up the mines. Or you can throw snarks into them, or use grenades. I don't know how long we're gonna stream for. As it says in the description, I sometimes just get sick for no reason, and I'll just have to go if that happens. But I'm going to try to play as much of the game as I can. I've got a Oreo milkshake, Duck of Doom. Yeah, no, this hair, I don't really wear headphones. Okay, I'm just going to look down. Honestly, this tram always makes me a little sick. I do not normally like wearing headphones, but I kind of need to if I'm going to stream on this channel. Spraying the machine gun fixes lots of problems. No, I'm not going to restart if I die. That sure as hell isn't happening. I'm just going to do my best. If I die, I'll just load my save. It's going to be a ton of fun. You know what? Let's get right to it. Map C0 A0D. E? There we go. Wait, the guard didn't spawn. Okay, yeah, we gotta do D. Yeah, I mean, if you get a very old copy of Half-Life Source before all the Steam stuff, the Steam pipe stuff happened, we'll be good. You don't have all the horrible issues. Yeah, I'm only 22, Apple Ghost Cat. Yeah, there is a huge delay on the chat. I'm sorry about that. I don't think there's any way I can fix that. C1A0, is that the one? Okay, I can never remember. Okay, yeah, thank you. What lipstick do I use? I think it's in my bathroom. I can't look at it right now. Okay, so yeah, no bunny hopping. No bullshit. We're playing on skill 3, so we are on hard mode. Oh god, don't tell me how many people are watching. I'm already so nervous. Dr. Coomer? I'm gonna try and keep the HLVR AI references to a minimum, but I've watched that series like 20 fucking times since it came out, so I don't know how much I have control over that. Something else worth pointing out, if you look at my FPS max, I have it set to 120. Normally the max FPS is 100. I tried playing at 240, but there were a whole lot of physics glitches where elevators would just like instant kill me. And that's obviously no good. So we're going to try and hopefully not die on the elevators. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But you can do this. You can just bunny hop when you're on the elevators, and that makes you a whole lot less likely to die. And again, Source Engine doesn't really have any issues with high frame rates. You can pretty much turn it up to like 2,000 frames and nothing bad will happen. In this game, not so much the case. I mean, I can bunny hop. I'm not great at it in Gold Source, but you know, it's I like to play the game as Valve intended. Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Mantis Death Squad. The game was originally locked at 100 frames, but I'm with you there, Mantis. I'm just so in love with Half-Life VR AI, and I swear to God, Benry has become like half my personality. Like, anytime my friends show, like, any energy or passion or anything, I just say, yeah, calm down. I think you should calm down. I can't stop. It's kind of painful. Yeah, Armiteras, she, her.
The administrator is very concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather they went to some lengths to get it.
Yeah, be ready, Ghost Prime, because I swear a whole lot when I'm just being casual. I do have a VAC ban from a B-Hop script. Way back in the day, I thought it'd be fun to speedrun Half-Life 2. I didn't know that you could just bind jump to mouse wheel down, which I do still do, even though I'm not going to be bunny hopping, just because that's how I'm used to jumping. So I used a bunny hop script. And then I thought it'd be very fun to just go play Counter-Strike with that. I didn't even think of it as cheating. But yeah, I got a VAC ban on my main. Yeah, I vape. I talk about my various addictions in some of my videos, but I've been smoking since I was like 16, so this is a hell of a lot better.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedures today, Gordon.
Yes, but with good reason. This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
And potentially the most unstable.
Now, if you follow...
I mean, yeah, I guess VAC worked, technically. I mean, I appealed for an appeal, but that didn't happen. So now I have to have a second YouTube or Steam account just to play Team Fortress 2, which really sucks. Y'all, can we not speculate on my sexuality? I'm trans. I'm bisexual. That's the story. That's actually another reason why I'm kind of wanting to start streaming on this channel, is I've just been very nervous about how to handle being trans on the main channel. The first time it came up early in a video, I'd lost subscribers for like the one time in my career, and I feel like this will be a decent way to ease people into it. So, I don't know. Of course people were transphobic. I mean, it was a lot better than I was expecting. But it really wasn't that bad. I mean, it was mostly really positive. Just people unsubscribing. Which, you know, everyone's telling me, like, hey, you don't want those guys, you don't need them, it's good they unsubscribed. Fact of the matter is, I need their money. So, you know, transphobic or not, I want you watching my stuff. Why not Twitch? I don't know. I mean, I'm already on YouTube. I don't have a following on Twitch at all. I figured I can just jumpstart it. God, I can barely even keep up with chat. This is insane. Oh god, please don't turn this in HLVRAI where chat's just screaming trans rights the whole time. There's more to my personality than that. I was doing YouTube for years before I came out.
Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Do my taxes on stream?
Gordon, we cannot predict how long the system can operate.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might, upload the VODs to my second channel? I don't know, because, I mean, this is the same reason I made the second channel, because I wanted to make memes, I wanted to do music covers, and none of that shit fits on the main channel, and really what I'm doing now doesn't fit on the main channel either. So, we'll see. Okay, time to destroy the world. I don't know how active I'm gonna be looking at chat. Gonna be doing my best to not die. Yeah, Abanov, there's definitely gonna be more Theo Franklin in the future. But right now I'm just sort of figuring out the plan for that. The thing is, I'm trying to make my videos, the stories I tell in them, as true to my actual experience as I can. And I'll be real, the second half of New Vegas is kind of boring to me. Cole, it's difficult to calculate, but I lost about 3,000 or 4,000 subs, in the first video where me being trans came up in the came up in the beginning of the video. Oh god, I love this scene so much. Zen Crystal and anti-mass spectrometer, anti-mass spectrometer beam gone wrong. Yeah, honestly, if I was really a good scientist, I probably just would have not put the crystal in the fucking anti-mass spectrometer. We would have been fine. None of this would be happening. I could just go home. I quit, Black Mesa. So, did you know you can actually wait? Eventually, this guy will wake up this Barney, and he'll have a gun. And you can walk him over here and get him blown up by that computer, and you can take his gun. It's the most pointless thing ever, but it's just neat. Like, to think that the CPR actually does something eventually? That's crazy. Hey, and now that I've got a lot bigger sample size than I did on the test stream on my second channel, let me know, if my audio levels are good.
Gordon, you're alive. Thank God for that hazard suit. I'm afraid to move him and all our phones are out. Please, get to the surface as soon as you can and let someone know we're stranded down here. You'll need me to activate the retinal scanners. I'm sure the rest of the science team will gladly help you.
Let's do it. This is just, oh man, I love, just like with Half-Life 2, I love the first, 2 chapters of this game where there's not really any combat. They just do such a great job foreshadowing and like establishing pieces of the story and the atmosphere and all that. I mean, like that whole walk, I was kind of talking during the whole thing, but that whole walk down to the test chamber is so good with the foreshadowing. You know, we had a system crash 20 minutes back. You see that one Barney who's for some reason locked out of that room. It's like everything's going wrong with their equipment for some reason. Oh man, Wayne Radio TV really messed me up. Even now I can't play this game without just thinking of HLVRAI references and fucking Freeman's Mind references. I mean, I've been watching Freeman's Mind since, I don't know, like 6th grade in school. And I've watched HLVRAI so many times now, because I just find it absolutely hilarious.
Man, am I glad to see you. What the hell are these things?
Hey.
Okay, I'll cover you.
This guy does not always survive. And he's not going to survive much longer. But that's okay. Do your thing, man. Also, I like this concept. It's not really, you know, you can just walk past these guys, even without bunny hopping or crazy stuff. They're just slow zombies. But I like the concept of having to rely on a security guard in the beginning. It sort of establishes that Gordon is really in over his head with all of this, which I like a lot. That's the thing I like about Half-Life 1 that I feel like they didn't really capture in Black Mesa is it really feels like Gordon is just some guy who just got lucky and was smart, and so he survived all of this. Yeah, we're playing on hard mode. G-Man's a space god. That's all we need to know. You know, I'm not gonna go make like a 20-minute game theory video saying who G-Man is. Yeah, fuck him up.
No, stay back! Gordon!
There's a lot more of a theatrical element to this game than there was in the first one, like how that guy's scream sort of unrealistically echoes. I really like little touches like that, and you'll see this as we go forward, especially as we get to Office Complex and some of the more horror-focused sections. There's a lot of like really great little music stings in this game, just like 12-second little music things that they didn't really follow up on that in Half-Life 2, which I always was disappointed by. Like everyone's favorite example is in Half-Life 2. They've got the track Head Humper on the OST, which is just a little like that's like the scary little music sting, and it was supposed to play when you see your first head crab in Kleiner's lab, and it jumps out at Barney. It's, you know, Kleiner's pet. But they cut that music sting out along with some others, and I just thought that that was such a shame because I love the use of music in this game and Half-Life 2. They really do a good job selling you on just the chaos that's going on. I'm not doing the scary music sting again. I keep on pressing the button I use for my flashlight in Left 4 Dead because I've been playing a lot of that lately. That is not where you want to have a head crab. I always sucked at the wrench dance in Half-Life 1. There we go. Here, follow me. I ran out of pistol ammo though, so I'm deciding to go for this little bit of bonus. There we go. Yeah, see, we got all sorts of goodies in here. Yeah, open it up.
Well, there goes my grant money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking about streaming Silent Hill 4 instead, but I figure for my first ever stream, you know, my audience obviously loves Valve and Source and Steam games and all that, so I figured I'd start with the classic. I might do Silent Hill 4 later. I'm kind of tempted to, for more Spartan reasons too. Because I actually just got a GOG partnership. Nobody's paying me to say this right now, but I've loved GOG for my entire life that I've been gaming. I am so behind Game Archival, and obviously DRM free games are part of that. And part of the partnership is I can get access to a lot of GOG games for free. The first one I did was Silent Hill 4. So I'm very much looking forward to playing that. And of course, when I do something like that, cover a game that I got on GOG, I will have a little affiliate link, which is awesome. Because again, I actually really like GOG. I actually, they found me because about like 3 months ago I randomly tweeted out asking if anyone knew if GOG was still doing affiliate links, because I haven't seen one in a long time. And eventually, like not too long ago, one of their PR guys actually hit me up in my DMs, and we set it all up. My favorite Valve game? Ah, that's a tricky one. It's either Half-Life... I think Half-Life 2 is Valve's best game, objectively. My favorite is probably either Half-Life 1 or Team Fortress 2. Because Half-Life 2, I mean, I don't know, I think that that's pretty much a perfect game for what it is. You know, it's not for everybody. Some people would have preferred things be different, but for what I think they were trying to do, I think they did it just about perfectly. This section is such a ripoff on higher frame rates. Maybe if you play on lower frame rates, it doesn't happen like this, but these head crabs almost all just slide off. Oh, hell. I got too caught up in what I was talking about and I missed the health station. Let's just go. So again, I'm sort of trying to roleplay like I don't know what's going to happen around every corner. But I'm not going to be doing too good of a job at that when I'm talking the whole time. Yeah, I also think Portal 1 is kind of a perfect game. My favorite class is Spy. I'm a Spy main. I think he is just so important to Team Fortress 2. Wait, I got grenades. I think he just reinforces like the game's comedy so perfectly. He's like a constant joke that's just always there in the background. And I also just think he's really fun to play. I think that the backstabbing and disguising mechanics are like some of the best things to ever happen to multiplayer shooters. Yeah, Portal 2 is really awesome, but I don't know. I don't like that game's sense of humor as much as I like the originals. Like, I don't know. I call it the Wheatley problem. Not that Wheatley's a problem, I love him, but they kind of did the same thing with Russell in Half-Life Alyx, where it's like, I don't know, he's just a little bit too jokey. Like, it's difficult to take the situation more seriously. Although I think they did a pretty good balance with it in Half-Life Alyx. Like, Russell seems genuinely scared and worried a lot of the time. Whereas Wheatley's, like, just too stupid to be afraid of things, really. That's on purpose, Pablo. I'm trying to play like it's my first time. I don't want to just bunny hop around like a time traveler. I want to play this like it's the 90s, damn it. I'm trying to look around. I'm trying to get you guys immersed. Oh, I love Outer Wilds. That's a great game. Yeah, Prey 2006 is great. I'm pissed at Civi though, because I was gonna do a Prey 2006 video like literally the next week, and then he puts out his. So I don't want to look like I'm ripping him off. Because I've always loved Prey 2006. I remember watching my dad play that when I was a kid and thinking it was like the coolest thing ever, and I still kind of feel that way. Yeah, I've been noticing those max bots.
All of this, you know. All of it. Gordon, I know it was you.
I'm not too big on The Witcher 3. I think it's really good for what it is. But, I don't know, that's not exactly what I'm looking for in an RPG, like the super high production value. I just want the really depthful quest design. And a lot of its quests felt sort of, binary. Although, not to say I finished it, I only got, like, to the end of the first act, maybe. So I can't really give, like, a conclusive judgment on it. Cockroach AI. I got you. You know, I'm never gonna do a GTA 4 video, and here's why. The sickness I mentioned in my description for this is, I just call it vertigo. My first ever vertigo attack was while I was playing GTA 4. And I'm way too horrified to ever play that game again now. Even though I was really enjoying it, it sucks. Yeah, not a fan of Skyrim. Like, going back and trying to play that game now, I honestly... People are gonna hate me for this, but I don't see, like, any redeeming value to Skyrim whatsoever. Did you see that? There's no reason for me to break those shards, but I just do it because I watched Freeman's Mind. I can't not do it. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I know dark areas are gonna look really rough on the stream. I still don't have the best internet, if that wasn't obvious, but it's finally good enough for me to do this. Believe me, it was way worse for basically my entire life up until this point. I love aliens teleporting into the fan there. Where's my friend? Come on, man.
Okay, I'll secure this. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm not gonna waste my time trying to get the AI to behave for more than a couple seconds because they just don't. The soldier AI and the alien AI, all incredibly fun to fight. Their actual pathfinding is trash though. And that goes for the Barneys too, and the scientists. Kind of the same opinion, Colm Morin, that I have on Skyrim. I was really excited for Fallout 4 when it came out, because I was a huge fan of New Vegas, and I enjoyed it a lot, but I mean, like, I don't know, it can't hold a candle to New Vegas for me, which is funny, because now that I've played more RPGs, I think of New Vegas as like a really good one, but not one of the best of all time. For what it's doing, it's incredible, but I don't know, like I said, I think the second half is a little bit boring, honestly.
Man, see that shot?
Never played a Devil May Cry game, actually. Hey, thank you, Artistique. I'm gonna need help here.
Yeah, let's go.
Or if nothing else, a distraction. Excuse me. I love this room a lot, man. It's always so exciting. The head crabs falling in from the ceiling like it's so chaotic. Is my friend still alive? The other Barney? I don't think he is. He might be. He is, wow. How you doing, man? I didn't hear any, like, I can't take much more of this line, so I guess he's doing okay.
Bring it on.
Yeah, he's doing just fine, nice. I didn't even have to babysit him, he did his own thing. Excuse me. Yeah, I did a very old, very crusty video on The Walking Dead. I want to do another one, but I don't know, if I'm going to talk about Telltale again, I'd rather talk about, like, Tales from the Borderlands or, The Wolf Among Us or something. My favorite RPGs, Disco Elysium, Planescape Torment, New Vegas, Fallout 2, Tyranny, I don't know. I have like moods with RPGs where, you know, sometimes I'll say I love certain ones, other times I don't really love them too much. I absolutely play Halo. Halo is one of my favorite game series ever. At least those first 4 games. And ODST, so I guess the first 5. Just all the Bungie Halo I fucking love. I don't really care for 343s. Although I've only played Halo 4, but I didn't even finish it. Wolf Among Us is incredible and incredibly underrated. But damn, if you're just now talking about Wolf Among Us, there must be a pretty intense chat delay. More music content. Yeah, I absolutely want to do a video on The Wall someday. I want to someday do a video on Cherry Bomb by Tyler, the Creator. That is an incredibly important album to me. But the thing with music content is it's really nerve-wracking. It's like a copyright nightmare, for one. and I need to get paid, so that's concerning. If I was gonna do like a video on the wall or something, I would want to find like a really good music-related sponsorship or something, just so I can at least make some money off of it. And with the wall, I just want to learn my history more. I'm not really a big history buff, but if I'm going to talk about the wall, you know, that's a metaphor. You don't need to know your history to really get behind what the album is about, but it's a metaphor that hits on a dozen different levels, and one of those layers to the metaphor is the historical aspect. So I need to learn more about my history before I do a video on the wall. And with Cherry Bomb, I mean, I just can't find any way to talk about that album while trying to keep the slurs in the album at a reasonable level, because that is an incredibly angry album, and it is filled with slurs, and that's something I have to be especially careful about. And there's like one or two songs that are about like issues with like that the black community faces, and that's it's not my place to talk about that. The album as a whole, though, is not a race-related message whatsoever. It's actually a message I very, very, very much relate to. That's something that's sort of interesting that's happened since I, quote-unquote, got big on YouTube. So as I'm sure a lot of people know, a whole lot of rap music is incredibly autobiographical. It's a whole lot of people talking about, like, the struggles that come with being famous and all that stuff. And suddenly, it sounds weird to even say since I'm just like a gamer YouTuber, but suddenly I found a whole lot of that stuff very relatable once I had blown up on YouTube. Like, at least the feelings they were expressing, if not the literal situations they're describing. And that was really interesting to me. That took a lot of rap albums I didn't really like, and made me appreciate them a whole lot more. Cherry Bomb being one of them. Or like The Big Day by Chance the Rapper. Everyone shits on that album, but I don't know, once I started doing well on YouTube, I found it to be very relatable. Yeah, this is my first ever stream. Welcome aboard, McFinPants. Ah, I always hated this head crab. It's just such an awkward position. I almost just want to throw a grenade at him so I don't have to deal with it, but that's a waste. I haven't played any of I've pretty much only played like a little bit of Wind Waker, Link to the Past, obviously, Ocarina. I played Majora's Mask. There's a lot of Zeldas I haven't played yet, including Breath of the Wild. Oh, I played a little bit of Link Between Worlds. That was a pretty fun one, especially as a big fan of Link to the Past. When it's Nintendo, I'm like, whatever. Just let me enjoy my nostalgia high. There are a few things I get, like, overly nostalgic about, I feel like, but, I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to be nostalgic. I mean, I say that as I'm playing Half-Life 1, but you know what? This game came out the same year I was born. This isn't nostalgia, it's just a game I really like.
Just look at that.
Good job, Barney.
Let's go.
You know what? I could use a medkit. Maybe there's something in here. Okay, you've asked that question like 3 times. Favorite Half-Life 2 character? Probably, Eli. Eli is just incredibly charismatic. I've never been a fan of Barney. I think he's written well and everything, but I'm just like, come on, man. People are dying. Take this seriously. I guess it's nice to have a happy-go-lucky, sort of more comic reliefy character, though. But, you know, Half-Life's comedy's already good, I think, without people like Barney or Russell. Like, you know, the head crab in Half-Life Alyx who's trying to mount himself onto the mannequin. The crow that follows you back into the teleporter during Kleiner's teleporter accident scene on Red Letter Day. And even this game has some real B-movie charms. Like, look at this guy punching the zombie in the face and getting pulled off, and he runs into the landmine. There's some B-movie energy in Half-Life, and I've always been a fan of that. Oh, whoops, did not mean to right-click. This mouse is really sensitive. I always thought with that first chapter... with that first chapter in Half-Life 2. It is a little bit awkward how it's just like, hey, it's me. You know, this guy who you saw 300 of in Black Mesa. And of course they do the same thing with Kleiner and Eli and all of them. They just sort of retcon, say, yeah, these were the scientists that you were, you know, with in Half-Life 1. But really, it's like it's something they had to do for their narrative goals for the game. And I think they did it about as well as they could. Hey, at least with Barney, you know, this guy's just called, like, Barney.mdl. It's not like Kleiner and Eli where they had to give them names. I always assumed that that explosive barrel would trigger the mine. I've never actually shot that before. Fucker! Oh my god, the head crab bumped the turret. I'm in danger. Barney didn't know you were coming. He just happened to be on shift that day. I mean, I say happened to. It was definitely, like, G-Man's intention to put you into City 17 when Barney was going to see you. He just recognized you as all. He was always an undercover cop.
Good to see you.
I hate how calm these two are. I love that line about the turret maintenance team being called to Central Command. It's like there's like gremlins in Black Mesa. Everything's just going wrong, and I really like that. It's like, yeah, the resonance cascade is teleporting in monsters, but it's also, you know, causing tons of equipment failures and stuff. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the resonance cascade is the reason that turrets are, like, attacking you before the military even shows up.
Rescued at last. Thank God you're here.
First HECU. I'm playing this like a theoretical physicist by being very careful, thinking through my decisions, and not playing it like a gamer. I could use some more light, couldn't I? Just a moment. Let me open up a blind. Okay, yeah, that's better. Because, yeah, somebody pointed out that I look goth as fuck. And that's not because I'm wearing black lipstick or anything, that's just because of this lighting. And goth is cool, but I'm not that. God, I love the HECU so much. These fights are so dynamic and interesting. There we go. The hair does not help. Like I said, I don't normally wear headphones, and I get like a really bad emo flap when I have headphones on. Especially these giant aerodynamics. Half-Life Alyx is gonna suck without VR. I mean, it's cool that it's a thing, or that it's going to be a thing. Like, that's just cool for all the Half-Life fans who can't afford it. But it's not gonna be very fun. You know, Half-Life is partly an awesome story, but it's mostly just fantastic game design that makes it great, and you totally lose that if you take it out of VR. I don't know, I think Half-Life 2 had a pretty good balance between, you know, combined, like, human fights and aliens. I think I like this game's balance a little bit more in terms of, balancing out which types of enemies you're fighting. But the Combine are really fun to fight. They're underrated and as a game enemy as far as I'm concerned. love how messy these fights always are with the HECU. It's like, you try to go in with a plan, but this shit's too hectic for it to work. So you gotta improvise some. It's really nice. Yeah, get fucked. Haha. It's beautiful. Is that all you got? I totally forgot I have a shotgun. Yeah, hey, that barnacle ate his fill, and he didn't even die. And you gotta be careful around barnacles, especially ones that are really close to the floor like that, because they one-shot you in this game. I very much prefer the original Half-Life 1 over Black Mesa. I think Black Mesa's awesome. I think Black Mesa's Zen is really, really cool, and objectively better than Half-Life 1 Zen. But I don't know, man. I really like Half-Life 1. There's a lot of subtleties here that they missed in that game. Out of grenades. I love how liberal the HECU are with their grenades. It makes the fight super exciting. Yeah, very liberal, huh? Maybe that was me. I'm pretty sure that was him, though. Yeah, that's kind of my thing with Black Mesa's, and it does kind of overstay its welcome for me. It's like almost the length of the entire game. Whereas, you know, it was really supposed to just be like the ending of the Pink Floyd album that is Half-Life 1. Yeah, I guess that guy's not too worried about collecting dog tags, huh? Just blew up his friends' bodies. Oh man, this map, or rather the last two maps, are always so exciting to me. The bombing in this game, that like insane screen shake you get, is so good. Like, look at that, that's insane. I love it. Yeah, there's one of those music streams. Did you hear that? Actually, never mind. I think that's part of this song. I'm wrong. But they're there. If I wasn't talking the whole time, you'd hear more of them. Even still, I can't really remember which vents to go into here. This part. This map fucking sucks. Like, there's no two ways about it. I can only imagine how painful this must have been to play in VR for Wayne. Yeah, Half-Life 1 does actually have a whole lot of die-hard energy. The only thing is, John McClane was already a cop. Gordon Freeman is literally just like some scientist who's just kind of making it up as he goes along. I'm not doing software rendering. I'm not that much of a purist. Yeah, not worth the shotgun ammo. I'm already pretty decked out in that regard. Well, it's like Die Hard in that it's like, okay, we're just following this one character who's kind of in over his head, just in how he deals with this crazy situation by, you know, improvising and thinking outside of the box. Dude, I would fucking give anything to collab with Ross Scott. That guy is kind of my hero.
Well, so much for the government. Their idea of containment is to kill everyone associated with the project. Judging from your hazard suit, I'd say you were part of what went wrong.
This is a totally linear game.
Anyone can end this disaster.
Gimpy.
Science team and the Lambda complex at the opposite end of the base. With the
No, I have not died yet.
tell you how to get there. But there's an old decommissioned rail system somewhere through here, beyond the silo complex. If you can make it through the rocket test lab, you might be able to worm your way through the old tunnels to track down whatever's left of the Lambda team. You can trust them. You can trust all.
I'm actually not too big of a fan of Op 4. I think it's really cool how much stuff they added into it, but I just don't think the level design is there. I think Blue Shift is better, believe it or not. I'm not switching off texture filtering, I'm not switching to software rendering. Like, texture filtering was a thing in '98, you know. This game did not look like Minecraft on launch. What game genre would I like to see in VR that hasn't been done yet? That's a tricky one. Yeah, that's a really hard one, huh? I don't really have an easy answer for that. I've kind of played a lot of VR games I really, really like. Or at least, you know, enjoy, since most VR games are just more like short little tech demo game design concept, proof of concept type things. Pretend I don't know what's about to happen. Oh my god! Open world VR FPS could be cool. I feel like in an open world game, you know, when I'm playing a VR thing, I want the fun to come to me. I don't want to have to like walk around for a while to find the fun. Like, that stuff is awesome in a game like Far Cry 2. You're driving around all slowly, getting immersed. But I feel like I want snappier interactions with VR. Like, it's the reason I have like no interest in playing Minecraft in VR. Even though I'd love to go visit like some of my childhood worlds in VR, that'd be super cool. But playing Minecraft in VR, it's like, I don't want to just stand there for like a couple hours, like walking around in a cave. Like, I want really cool interactions in VR that are like things I can only do in a video game or in a fictional setting. But, I mean, you know, that being said, it would certainly be cool to see a game like Far Cry 2 done in VR. I think of the open world games I like, Far Cry 2 would be an especially good fit. Like, having to do those really gritty, brutal healing animations in VR could be super cool. Actually doing them with your hands. I've been trans since around the beginning of this year. I pretty much, at least I came out to my parents on New Year's, so pretty much all of 2021 is the best way to put it. Yeah, I've played Half-Life Alyx. I love it. Easily my favorite VR game. Like, no contest.
Destroy the damn thing before it grows any larger. Stop!
Almost grabbed me. See, this is more of that, like, B-movie style that Half-Life 1 has. I feel like the outdated graphics sort of put you in this mindset of, oh, it's just cheesy because it's old. I think that that's kind of intentional. I think they're sort of paying homage. Like, we're all a bunch of mad scientists, and we let a bunch of aliens come in. It's B-movie stuff. But it's great. because the game takes it seriously. And you know, it's like, it's not so wacky that you can't take it seriously. It's not like, you know, we spawned in a bunch of like titty aliens or whatever. I love just watching this guy. I've talked about it in like all my videos on this game. Watching him like react to what you're doing and how he'll like slowly calm down if there's no noise for a while. There's something very majestic about him. Oh, and to whoever asked earlier, no, I have not died yet. I keep telling people, man, if you just play this game like you were really there, you'll be at 100 health pretty often. Yeah. I like the use of these loud concrete floors here, because he actually hears you. Like, I can't see him right now, but right now he is attacking on the other side of that wall. If I crouch back, you'll see. Although, yeah, it looks like he... Yeah, see? And they even include these jumps so that you have to wake him up. Because there's no way to do those jumps quietly. And you know, Valve themselves acknowledge the B-movie stuff in this game. Like, if you go and look at the Half-Life Alyx developer commentaries, they intentionally say, like, yeah, we wanted to do something that was kind of like B-movie, you know, to sort of harken back to that sort of aspect of Half-Life that's always been there. Specifically, they're referring to the part in, I think, the zoo chapter when you see the head crab trying to couple with the mannequin. And, like, I don't know, stuff like Barney, it's your pet, the freaking head humper! Like, that's a B-movie line, and it's great. Because it's consistent with the world, people are still acting like real people, it's just a crazy situation. I do not have HD models on, are you kidding me, David R? The HD models look so crappy. I wouldn't even mind them that much, it's just like, okay, whatever. But they straight up, like, changed the MP5 into an M16 and stuff, that's very weird.
Scientist. Fine. You won't even know I'm here. I'm slowing you down.
The last couple times I played this game, his lines just would not trigger. I don't know why they aren't this time either. I've not watched Inside. I've played a game called Inside. And it's awesome. I did a video on it. Another sort of B-movie plot line is the concept that, okay, so aliens are teleporting in, but now it's like, alright, now all the turrets are malfunctioning and they're just attacking people for no reason? Whatever, fuck it.
This is my meeting spot. I'm not moving until the situation is drastically improved. Now go away and don't tell anyone I'm here.
I'm gonna tell Smithers. Oh, you know you are Smithers. The HD models, just kind of look crappy. I mean, some of them are cool. Like, I think the Tal gun and the glue-on gun look really good in the HD models. But a lot of them are just weird to me.
This could happen, but the administrator just would not listen.
Yeah, his dialogue still isn't playing. He's supposed to say, like, excellent, someone turned on the power. Yeah, I like that they didn't stick with that. The alpha models, you know, where the Barney looked like a crackhead and all the scientists had like the crazy red eyes. I'm glad they didn't stick with that because I think that these aged much better than those would have. But I like that aspect because originally Half-Life 1 was supposed to be much darker, and there'd be like scientists killing security guards and stuff, and making them all look like BioShock splicers or something really sells like that disgust in humanity angle, which isn't really a part of this game. In fact, I think Half-Life more than anything is about how fucking awesome humans are. Like, yeah, we fuck up and we, you know, do things that are beyond our comprehension and destroy the world because of it. But god damn it, if we just use our human ingenuity and be smart people, we can work it out somehow. It's beautiful. Hey, random question, just because I don't really know how YouTube streams work. Have you guys gotten any ads yet? Like, straight up like old YouTube ads where it would pause the video and show an ad? I'm just curious if that's a thing that happens. I guess I won't see for a minute. I tend to play my games on 90 FOV when I can. Some games I'll bump it up past that, but there's pretty much no game that I would rather play it. I only did one of the things. I was too busy talking, I wasn't thinking. Oh shit. Turned on the power, didn't turn on the fuel or the oxygen. Oh god. But yeah, no, I usually play my games at 90 FOV. I think probably I'm going to upload the VOD to Porkbrain, my second channel, which I believe you can find in the description. Okay, you've never had an ad on a YouTube stream? Alright, I have not watched many live streams on YouTube, just a little bit of Simple Flips and the occasional premiere, although that's not a stream. Okay, that's the one bunny hop you're gonna see for this game. See, it's hard to roleplay like I don't know where all these guys already are. Like, sometimes my just gamer instincts take over and I do something like that, where I look at him way before he made himself obvious. Yeah, that can happen, Ash is a nerd. Sometimes, I have no idea if that thing even has a name, but sometimes the tentacle monster will just snipe your grenades out of the air, so you kind of want to throw them, like, over him, if you can. Yeah, honestly, I don't love Honor Rail, but I do think it's underrated. I think there's a lot of fun to be had on it. It's got some of my favorite HECU encounters in the game. Led, do you think a Half-Life open-ended, open-world game would work? Not open world like GTA, but open-ended like Metro Exodus. It could be fun. I think that part of what I love about Half-Life is how... I'm just going to take a break for a minute. I think that part of what I love about Half-Life is how tightly directed everything is. You know, like, every single sound was placed there manually, like, with care and thought and passion as to, what's been going on. And, like, you know, the flow and the pacing and all that. It is all so well thought out and put together. So I think that, like, making it open world would sort of force Valve to kind of compromise on that a little bit, which, I don't know, could detract it. It could just be really cool. Do I like Among Us? Among Us is fun. I got bored with it. That's it. I kind of like Among Us memes. Anthony, you don't have to spam, man. Like I said, I'm going to upgrade this to my second channel. Yes, indeed, it would make the team sacrifice the core of Half-Life's narrative. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you could still have a Half-Life story be open world just fine. But, you know, Half-Life is all about that incredibly tight direction and pacing. For me, like, I mean, the story's good, but what makes this game special is that it's got a really good story and it's just incredibly tightly put together. You can do this. Because this is one of those things where, like, you really have to suspend your disbelief. So it's nice that you can at least throw a grenade in there to, like, test it if you're trying to roleplay like a real person. I really liked Cyberpunk. I didn't finish it. I got a decent ways in, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till they patch it some more so I can really enjoy it. But I thought the writing was pretty good. I was enjoying a lot of what was going on. I think it's fine. The thing is, they marketed it as a Grand Theft Auto game, and not really as an RPG, which that was a fucking mistake. Because the RPG stuff is pretty good. The Grand Theft Auto stuff is absolutely awful. Jeez, I'm getting, like, lag spikes. What's up? Is my 2060 not enough to handle Half-Life 1? Freeman's Mind roleplay. You know, it's funny you say that because, you know, if you guys are watching this, probably you like my stuff and you like Half-Life, so you've probably seen my video, why Half-Life is unforgiving. And, you know, in that video I talk about kind of role-playing as a real person in this game, doing things that are rational and, like, make sense, and not just thinking about it like it's a Quake game, like bunny hopping through, gotta find the next key card. And a lot of my, like, approach to Half-Life, a lot of that approach to Half-Life for me sort of came from watching Freeman's Mind so much as a kid. I'm like, wow, you know, like, there's a couple little dumb things that he points out, things that, like, don't really make sense. But really, most of Half-Life 1, what Gordon does kind of makes sense. And I just thought that that was so cool, because, like, you know, with these old graphics, it sort of puts you in the mindset, like, okay, this is just a boomer shooter, let's just bunny hop around. Clearly, the intention is to go as fast as possible everywhere you go. But, I don't think it was. It's hard to say, but, you know, the game's tagline is run, think, shoot, live. So, you know, going fast is part of it, but to me, it's a whole lot more about coming up with a plan that involves shooting, and then executing it. Rather than, you know, something like Quake or Doom, which is mostly about raw, like, arcade skill. I mean, I have not done anything impressive from, like, a gamer perspective yet. And yet, I'm, you know, over an hour and a half into the game, and, I haven't died once and I have full health. Because I've been doing the run thing, shoot, live thing. That's why I'm calling this stream, playing Half-Life like a theoretical physicist. I'm trying to do rational stuff. Thank you, Liquid and Solid. I really like that push force. It pushes you back away from the explosion, makes it feel, a whole lot... It really, like, brings that... It pays off that sense of anticipation you get over this. Because this entire chapter, you're looking forward to this rocket launch, and then it's like, yeah, it does not disappoint, that's awesome. Favorite game, probably Disco Elysium. I think Gordon would definitely feel guilt over the deaths in this game. This is another thing that I talk about anytime I get the opportunity in Half-Life. Here's a great example. We had a cache of grenades here, a Barney here, we fired a rocket, now we have a bloody gun. They very much make a point of having Gordon accidentally kill a whole lot of innocent people in Half-Life, or at least get them killed indirectly. I mean, at the tip of the iceberg, you've got the fact that Gordon is pretty responsible for all of this with the resonance cascade. Then you've got just little things like the elevator, that guy up there. Lots of fun little, oh shit, did I just get that guy killed moments? And of course, that's compounded on tenfold in Half-Life 2. So yeah, I mean, I think Gordon would absolutely feel some guilt. I went the wrong way, jeez. I'm a fucking noob. Yeah, somebody a minute ago, I forgot to answer, asked if I'm under extreme pressure. I'm incredibly nervous right now. I'm making a conscious point of not looking at the view count. For all I know, there could be 5 million people watching right now as I just sort of play this random fucking game from the 90s. I'm incredibly nervous. I feel like I'm doing okay, though. I haven't been stuttering too much. I haven't had like any super long awkward silences. I think I'm doing okay. I'm not trying to do a whole lot easier because I think I'm funny. I don't get to be funny on Leadhead, the channel. But I think I'm a funny dude. That does not mean I want to have to be funny for so long. Did they really need Gordon to get that crystal tested, though? Yeah, see, that's the thing. Gordon... It's not like Gordon is the one who planned the experiment and all that. You know, whoever the administrator is the one responsible for the weird Zen crystal. But Gordon had a hand in it. Literally, I mean, he was the one who pushed the button that did it, pretty much. And I mean, if that was me, that guilt would hella live with me for the rest of my life. But Gordon's internal character struggle is not what this game is about. I don't know, my sense of humor's kind of gotten trash lately. I've been watching so much Simple Flips over the last couple years that really, like, so much of my sense of humor is just pure, straight up just saying shit that Simple Flip says. You guys might have caught me saying hella earlier. I was not saying hella a couple years back, but Simple Flip started saying it. I'm watching him every night. So, hell yeah, I started saying hella. It comes across a whole lot more on the Discord. I'm sort of being a little bit more professional than I usually am right now when I'm streaming. Usually I'm just like straight degenerate, just saying swear after swear after swear. Hey, Atticus, your parents will understand. I think it has been really, really liberating to change my name, and it's something you got to do eventually. It's been really good for me. So yeah, I say totally do that. I'm just gonna take a little break and hang out with chat for a minute since we're at the end of this chapter now. Any thoughts on Gordon's relationship with Barney, Eli, and Kleiner? I mean, you know, here's the thing, is talking about Gordon like he's a character is not really the best way to talk about Half-Life story in my mind. It's more like they do a very good job making me, the player, like these characters. Oh, I think Dr. Breen, Dr. Breen is one of my favorite game villains. And, you know, the classic thing they say is like, oh, he's a villain, but you understand his motivations. Like, you know, that's... Any good villain is gonna have something like that. But Dr. Breen's motivations are kind of complicated. Like, he makes a very good point if you listen to those Breencasts. He delivers it in a way that is, like, disgusting. You know, he's saying all these things that are designed by Valve to trigger this rebellious response in us. But the points he's making make sense. Like, who the fuck thought that humanity would ever be able to close the Combine portal like they did at the end of episode 2? Like, everyone is assuming that we are fucked. It's either slavery or complete annihilation. So Breen makes a very good point. He's just a smarmy asshole who's designed to make you want to throw a crowbar at him. Julian, I did change my name, but none of my actual names are public at all. Just Leadhead is who I am online. No, my name is not based on Leadhead Splicers, although it's funny, everyone thinks that they are because Bioshock is one of my favorite games, but no, that's a complete coincidence. Yeah, gaming, fine, Luis. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Q-Jar, is, you know, there's no telling if Gordon is just trying to go home. Oh, any favorite videos from Ahoy? My favorite Ahoy video? Ah, that's a really tricky one. Probably Nuclear Fruit. That is a freaking incredible video. It's all about how the Cold War and the space race influenced video games in their infancy, and it is awesome. Yeah, no, the one beer thing, that's another coincidence, because I freaking love MF Doom. I'm not gonna whip out my ass and show you, but I've got a lead head tattoo. I'm so fucking egotistical. I've got an MF Doom tattoo, on the back of my leg. I like Black Mesa. I like Half-Life 1 way more. I do not stream on Twitch. This is my first ever, like, real live stream on YouTube. You know what, fuck it. Let's see how many people are watching right now. Gonna get a big pit in my stomach in about 3 seconds. 300, okay, 340. I can handle that. That's fine. I'm good. I thought it was gonna be, like, a couple thousand, and I was, like, freaking out about that. Never really watched Scott the Woz before. I like JonTron, so I guess that means I like Scott the Woz. Thank you, Sinker Gamer. That's sweet. The Quake video is awesome by Ahoy. John Doe. That's a very good username for a transgendered person. I don't have any gaming tattoos. My one tattoo, I can just show you. It's upside down, but this is my one tattoo. It's MF Doom's mask. And I don't really plan on getting any more. If I was going to get another tattoo, it would probably just be on my left hand saying, "You can do this," my real name. I'm not going to say my real name. Have you watched Nostalgia Critic The Wall? I'm not going to shit on a fellow YouTuber. I respect the hustle of, like, all these guys almost. Unless you're lying to kids about giveaways or some shit. That is the funniest video I've ever seen. The Wall is my favorite album of all time, and that video blew my mind. An intimate question: what are your thoughts about your fans and subscribers? It's interesting. It's like a very weird dynamic for me, where originally it felt like weird. I didn't really want to have a pedestal. I'm making a whole video. You guys are all just commenters. But eventually I got to a point where it's like the volume of content, or of comments and people, watching my stuff and having opinions and all of that, just stressed me out so much that I'm glad I have that platform now. And it's like, I'm not in the middle of it all, because that's just way too stressful for me. I love Red Letter Media. Luis, you can quit spamming your messages. Oh, I'll leave that to your interpretation, Mewtwo Black River. Have you the album Time by ELO? I've not heard that album. Although, speaking of concept albums, I finally listened to Everywhere at the End of Time recently. And oh my god, that was an incredible experience. Freeman's Mind is just about my favorite thing on YouTube. Fresh Blood. Yeah, I've never really watched much Prereq, Luis. I've always enjoyed the hell out of Rich Evans. AVGN's great. He's classic. Any tips for new trans girls? I'm not trying to big up my shit, but if you go to my Instagram, the entire point of that is pretty much just to talk about the various lessons I've learned as I've slowly learned more and more to present female. Right now, I'm not putting any effort in, just a fucking t-shirt. But, if I'm going to be here playing a game for hours, fuck effort. Yeah, the game's been open for 202 minutes. Do I know Igor? Assuming you mean the Tyler album. That's one of my favorites of his. Subnautica is great. Yeah, favorite albums. Let's see. Food by MF Doom. Oh, here, let me get a little quote closer. Food by MF Doom is one of my favorite albums of all time. Cherry Bomb by Tyler the Creator. The Wall, The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. Paradise Theater by Styx is incredible. Animals. Abbey Road is one of my favorites. The White Album is fantastic. It's so long. Every single song's a banger. So yeah, I mean, that's like a good taste of my taste of music. It's mostly hip-hop and like old school rap. The new Tyler album is great. I'm loving Call Me If You Get Lost. I cannot stop listening to I Thought You Wanted to Dance and Wilshire. Bohemian Rhapsody is, I think, objectively the best song ever written. Homeboy Sandman, I haven't heard of them. Hunt Down the Freeman is not like The Room for Games. Hunt Down the Freeman is completely unenjoyable. There's like a couple funny moments, but it is just straight up painful to play. I played it, and I literally think it's the worst game I've ever played. Oh, The Doors. I freaking love The Doors. L.A. Woman and Morrison Hotel are some of my favorite albums. Yeah, I mean, thank you for saying that, Five-Assed Monkey. What a username. That's something I was sort of afraid of. I'm not saying this, but a lot of people have suddenly started calling me like a trans icon on Instagram, and that's cool. I'm glad I can help people feel better about themselves and like give them a role model or whatever. But that was never the goal. Like, there's a whole lot more to me than being trans. Um, that's like, that's just, you know, one small piece of the puzzle. That is not like the point of my YouTube channel or any of that. So I'm really glad when people say like, dude, I just don't give a fuck about your gender. Like, that's fine. That's good. You shouldn't. It's just a thing. You know what? I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 16. I'm gonna vape, Gwen. Do I listen to non-English music? I freaking love Baka Mitai. But no, I don't go out of my way to listen to it. What do I vape? What am I vaping? I don't remember what the juice is called, but this is like a key lime pie flavor. It's very, very good. 0.3% Nick. Morrison Hotel comic? I haven't heard of that. Wow, 12,000 people have clicked on the stream? That's nuts. Classic rock, 80s and such. I mean, you know, back in the day when I was like a young, like, dumbass, edgy kid, I was constantly saying, like, oh, I was born in the wrong generation. Music today sucks. And one, that's just not true. But, music does not suck. Two, I can listen to whatever music I want, whenever the fuck I want. And that's awesome. And what else? What was I gonna say? And, you know, it's just like today. Back in the 80s, there was a lot of really, really shitty music, and there's still a whole lot of shitty music today. Like, there's lots of good stuff, lots of bad stuff from any era. Yeah, Luna.exe. There was I recently put up a picture of pre-trans me, like, a couple months before I transitioned on Insta, and, like, there was a bunch of comments saying that, that was evil Leadhead. I'm fine with that, fuck yeah. Thank you, Craig, by the way, for still moderating. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's been plenty of bad music, there's been plenty of good music in every era of humanity. You know, that music has been a thing. Oh yeah, somebody asked my favorite MF Doom song. That's a difficult one. I would probably say... I mean, it changes all the time. Right now, my favorite is probably Fallback Titty Fat off of the, I don't know how the hell it was released. You can't find it anywhere but YouTube. But the second, or maybe first, Victor Vaughn tape, Venomous Villain. That is a freaking amazing song. I put it out on Twitter, and even Notch was like, yeah, this is awesome, what the hell. G-Man. Monster. Fave Aesop album? Probably Impossible Kid. Or Float. Float is really good. Fast Cars, Danger, Fire, and Knives is also awesome. Yeah, you're scared now. Just leave me alone. Freeman isn't a character. At least not in the traditional sense. I'm the one going through this. Fuck Gordon Freeman. Although it's funny, ever since I transitioned, you know, these games are so immersive that when I'm, like, playing a Half-Life game, or, like, Half-Life 2 or whatever, and somebody refers to me as he, because I'm Gordon Freeman, it always, like, catches me off guard. I'm like, wait, what? I'm a boy this time? That's weird. So yeah, Total Vessel. All Gordon Freeman can do as a character is make me... No! First death. To a fucking kill brush too. Ah, that's awful. That hurts, man. That freaking hurts. Damn it. I know I suck. I'm so fucking bad. The Nihilith wins. The Combine never follow him to Earth, and Earth is invaded by monsters. Damn it, man. Fuck you, G-Man. Okay. Everyone just forget that that happened. Look, I spared this guy. His life pours into me. I never died. I almost died and I used the Vortigon to respawn. Canonically, that's what happened. I love this part of the game. We're about to get to one of my favorite HCCU fights in the whole game. Assuming I don't get fucking crushed by rocks again. Damn, nice jump, head crab. Gotta really... Wait, you're back? I did not know that that happens. It's very rare that I spare Vorts. Usually, once they take a certain amount of damage, they stop attacking you. They just run away and they'll, like, melee attack you if you corner them. I've never seen them go back to using their, their ranged attack. Half-Life 2 Deathmatch is a great time. I think it's very sad that I can never get any of my friends to play that with me, because I love it. Stupid wet floor making it hard for me to get into cover. Come on, let's go. Ooh, they don't teach you that in school. Yeah, that is one thing, is, that's one of those really irrational things that Gordon does. Having the Gargantuan chase him down that hallway and turning on the thing. Like, I can't think of any reason why a player would ever do that. Unless they just already exhausted all other options. So that kind of sucks. Never said Half-Life 1 was a perfect game, I just said it's fucking amazing. And yes, I did know that turret was there, but I'm still just trying to RP like I didn't. For your enjoyment. And mine. I like RPing in games. Yeah, I've played Portal Stories, Mel. It was really good. I think Aperture Tag is probably my favorite community-made Portal campaign, though. Portal Reloaded was really good, too. Yeah, I haven't finished Lisa, but I really enjoy it. Anyways. Hope they don't throw any grenades in here. Here it comes. God, I love this game's grenade launcher. It is so nice. Now we just listen for an explosion. Hey, I'm out here, idiots. Come check it out. See, there's an infinitely spawning head crab generator back there, specifically so that you'll always have slightly distracted enemies here. But it gets in the way when I can't get them to freaking push me for my landmines. I guess trip mine would be the preferred nomenclature there. Okay. I think it's way more fun to play the game normally than it is to speedrun. Because this is a really, really, really well-designed game. Although I will say, it is difficult as hell to play Half-Life 2 without doing a bunch of dumb bullshit. Just because that game has ABHing, and ABHing is like some of the most fun movement tech in any game I've ever played. I think Valve is fine. Valve is a monopoly over PC games that is not completely evil. Fuck yeah. Oh! I'm being a dumbass. It's funny because I was about to say that that's one of the elevators that can just kill you. That, I'm playing on hard mode. That elevator, if you're playing at too high of a frame rate, can just insta-jib you just from standing on it. That is a new one, though. Dying to the fucking hound eye going through the, thing. Yeah, death number 2, dude. This is, like, one of my worst no-death attempts yet. My record is, like, 4 deaths, I think. Yeah, I was thinking, Dishonored would probably be a great game to stream here. Yeah, I did not think this through. I thought I could squeeze through that little gap there to get beneath all of this nonsense. Yeah, dibs on the suit. Alright. It's actually, I like leaving the landmines here. Because, a funny thing will happen in a minute. Two deaths already, and I'm like, not even at apprehension yet. This is cringe. I'm not even on a rail yet. I don't know. I might do the whole game in one sitting. Kind of just depends on how I feel like it. I might just decide, hey, I'm gonna leave now. I've played this game in one sitting so many times over. Here's something cool. So in the water here, you've got the leeches, you know, from Half-Life 2. They're in this game also. And they will attack you. If you wait for... What are you gonna do now? I really missed that first shot. Anyways, enough looking at leeches. Yeah, we're playing on hard mode here, I can prove it. Skill 3, that means hard mode. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. This is going pretty well, I think. Nobody is, like... It's not people constantly complaining about the horrible quality like it used to be when I would stream. So I might do this some more. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm living with other people right now, though. And the last thing I would want is for someone to come in and start shouting my real name while I'm on stream. That would not be good. Oh. This is awkward. Are they not on there anymore? Did I just waste those mines? I hella wasted those mines. I'm expecting them. I'm expecting to see them every time. Okay, so I gotta bunny hop on this elevator or it might kill me. I'm gonna quick save, just in case it does. If I die here, it's the game being bullshit. It's not me fucking up. Okay. Now we're good. Now if I die, it's me fucking up. Which, might happen. This is a close one. Don't have SMG grenades like I would like. 2 health. Ah! Yeah, okay, that's me fucking up. Can't blame anyone but myself for that. I'm in a shitty situation here. There we go, that went much better. There's still some people alive somewhere, but they're not in this room. God, I am fucking cringe. I've died 3 times. I'm sorry, everybody. You should, like, all unsubscribe or whatever. I'm bunny hopping. Oh, God. Sometimes I just do it on accident.
Never gonna make it.
Yeah.
You better go on without me.
Yeah, no, I didn't really put too much effort into shaving today. So looking like I have a beard is kind of just how it is. But yeah, the lighting is not helping me right now either. It's, believe it or not, it's actually the pig mask casting that shadow on me. Put that there for now. But now, I'm like a flashbang. I look like a ghost. Also, I'm fucked. What am I gonna do? I have 20 health and I have to do the gargantuan chase. $17 shield. I like Melee. I think it's probably the most fun Smash game for me. I just got Ultimate or whatever the new one is on the Switch. And I mean, it's fun. It's Smash. Smash is fun, but I don't know. I enjoy Melee more. Look, even now I'm not bunny hopping. That is control. Oof. That was close. That was one of those music stings I talked about earlier. I don't know how audible it was. Melee main is an S. I haven't played Exodus yet. I might get it since I can get it for free with the GOG partnership. I really loved Last Light, but I want to play 2033 before I play Exodus. Shadow of Mordor was cool. Metro Redux, yeah, I played the Redux. I mean, online, everyone calls me Led except my real friends. But in person, everyone just calls me by my name. Although I call myself Led all the time.
I've been waiting for you. One of your scientist pals said to give you a message.
Yeah, I've finished Dark Souls 2. I've played 1 and 3, but I couldn't beat them. I have a PS4. I should really get Bloodborne. What I really am excited about playing is Sekiro.
He didn't tell me. Main thing is, the military aborted the launch, so when you do find the rocket, you'll have to get up to the left control room and launch it yourself. He said something about a Lambda team needing the satellite in orbit if they were ever going to clean up this mess.
Yeah, I played on Ranger Hardcore. I like to play my games on the hardest skill, usually. There's a couple games I don't. Most boomer shooters, I like to just go through on, like, Hurt Me Plenty. Or, sometimes Ultra Violence. Okay, we're at the meme chapter now. Thank you, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, I recognize you, Voidwalker. This chapter especially makes me remember all the Freeman's Mind jokes. I love the episode where he just roleplays as a pirate for the entire thing. He calls a fucking vending machine an anti-scurvy device. Oh yeah, hey, look at that. That's an issue with this game. Get a little solitaire effect here. I don't know if that goes away on software rendering or what. But, yeah, you fucked up, Valve. Bunch of amateurs. Yeah, honestly, this chapter has the most mixed feelings for me about anything in the game, even more than Zen. Which, I'm a Zen defender. I think this chapter has some of the most fun combat in the game, and also just one of the dumbest gimmicks, that being the cart itself. But then Dave Riller would go on to make fucking Team Fortress 2, or at least have a major hand in it, so I can't be mad at him. You gotta watch Freeman's Mind, man. It's like the best series on YouTube. The only machinima, like straight up machinima, that I think competes with it is 2 Clicks Phillips Odd Grub Man vs. Skyrim series. Those are just amazing videos. Those are pretty much the main inspiration behind my Theo Franklin videos, where I have essentially started making machinima about my New Vegas playthrough. You hear that? That's the Left 4 Dead sound about, you know, years and years and years before it ever appeared in Left 4 Dead. Neat. Yeah, that's like 20 years before Left 4 Dead came out. I saw you, motherfucker. No quarter for bull squids. Fuck these guys. I was playtesting Entropy Zero too. I've done 2 playtests now. I did one, like, as soon as they finished, like, the brush work, basically, for the game, but still hadn't, like, really balanced out any of the combat. I told them, hey, man, the bull squids are way too fucking hard. They have way too much health. And then I realized, wait, no, that's just how they were in Half-Life. These guys are so tanky. I'm sworn to carry your burdens. I've got, like, no feelings whatsoever about the new Xbox. I could not give less of a fuck about Xbox. They have no good exclusives anymore, unless you like Forza or whatever. And I mean, Halo Infinite's gonna be on PC anyways, so, you know, why bother? The PS5, though, I really like what they're doing. I buy PlayStation consoles. I haven't bought the 5 yet, but I buy PlayStation consoles because they get the good exclusives. You know, PlayStation is where you get your Metal Gears and your Fumito Ueda games and shit like that. And I love the concept of the DualSense controller. Stalker and Fable are both on PC. Like, back in the day, Xbox had better exclusives, don't get me wrong. I mean, Halo is one of my favorite game series of all time. But now, it's like I can play all this shit on my computer. Why bother with an Xbox? Although, I guess Fable wasn't on PC for the longest time. Maybe it was, I might be mistaken. I'm not really a big Peter Molyneux fan. But the DualSense controller, I think, is really cool. I'm all for, like, controllers with a gimmick behind them. So tanky, 4 pistol shots, man. Like, here, let me share one of my favorite little PlayStation controller moments. So, something that almost nobody knows about. except for a couple Metal Gear fans. This is a PS3 controller, but the PS2, PS3, and PS4 controllers, you know, everyone knows that these buttons are pressure sensitive. That is to say, the game can tell how hard or how far you're pushing the trigger down. On these controllers, though, PS2 to PS4, these face buttons are pressure sensitive too. So the game can tell if I just like really lightly press or if I really hammer into it. And that actually came up in Metal Gear Solid 3. If you're like choking someone out, for instance, you grab them by hitting the circle button, and you want to hit it super lightly. And then you like very lightly mash it to choke him out. If you really mash it, though, you don't choke him out, you snap his neck. Like Snake applies too much pressure and breaks his neck. Which is really cool. I just love little controller gimmicks like that. Like I made that whole video talking about how much I love well done QuickTime events. And I do. They're awesome when they're well done. And, you know, like used appropriately. I love button mashing sequences. I think that the controller is an underutilized artistic tool, really. Yeah, I killed that guy earlier. So, them adding so many awesome features to the DualSense is really cool. Like, my favorite one, I know this isn't what guns actually do, but it's cool anyways. Like in Deathloop, which is coming out, it's going to be a PS5 game soon. When your gun jams, the trigger will, like, get blocked. Or, like, when your gun is empty, you'll squeeze it, but you'll feel, like, no feedback. The controller won't shake. Like, it won't be difficult to press down. It'll just feel like a hollow when you squeeze the trigger if your gun is empty. Stuff like that is very cool to me. Although, yeah, I will say in general, I think the Xbox controller is much more comfortable. And what I really fucking hate is the Switch. The Switch is so painful to use, man. I need a Pro controller or something. I'm being a pussy. Fuck it though, this screen is really hard. This screen, I just called it a screen. I'm too much of a fucking gamer. That just gave me a lot of health. Dusk is awesome. I could have sworn, though, that those med stations only were supposed to give you, like, 10 health on hard. Maybe I'm wrong. What time is it? 2:09? I need to breathe for a second. I'm getting a little bit of a lightheadedness, which is related to, if you look at the description, the sickness I mentioned. Never been a fan of Assassin's Creed. I don't know, I tried playing 2, which everyone says is the good one, but was never into them. Yeah, somebody, I think one of the devs emailed me about G-String. I kind of just looked over it, because it's called G-String. But, I don't know, it did look kind of cool. Is it 25 on hard? Okay. I thought, Nah, maybe I'm just wrong. Okay, this is another part of the game that's bullshit. And I will show you why. I'm gonna quick save. This death does not count. This is not canon. If I was playing the game seriously, I wouldn't die here. But look at this. Homeboy just shoots a grenade like almost instantly. Wow, he actually missed. I've never seen that happen. It is so hard to not die there unless you just already know he's gonna be there. I love this section too, where you get to see like the battle between the HECU and the aliens for the first time. Like a proper fight. Not only that, you get to understand a little bit more about the Vortigaunt's intelligence. Like, they're straight up setting up a front lines here. Oh. Damn. I'm fucking cringe, guys. What is this, 3 now? And yeah, I don't know if that's a scripted thing or not, but that guy always fires a grenade. Sandbox is looking incredibly exciting, Krysa. Yeah, if you saw my Love Letter to Source Engine video, you'll know that I am madly in love with Gmod, so I'm very excited about that. And Source 2 is great. So yeah, like nothing but excitement for Sandbox. That's 4 deaths? Damn. I love Half-Life's grenades. You gotta get used to throwing them because what it is, and I have enough that I can demonstrate this in a second once I kill this guy. Ooh! Fucking grenade launchers, man. Ah, man, I'm fucking up. And I've got, like, really good health, too. There's no excuse for this. But yeah, here, let me demonstrate this. So, in Half-Life, if you guys are Counter-Strike players, you'll know about this. So in Counter-Strike, if you are, like, running forward, your grenades will go further forward. If you're running backwards, they'll go further backwards. And that also applies left and right. Like, they will get skewed. And that's how it works in Half-Life also. But it is much more dramatic. So if I'm doing this, look how far to the left my grenade goes. So that's why a lot of people don't like Half-Life's grenades, is because they can't get used to that system. Once you do get used to it, though, you have actually a lot of control over how you throw your grenades, which is really nice. Fuck, I should change the name of the stream to playing Half-Life like a lab assistant, honestly, man. Fuck with me. Okay. Yeah, I think that Joel, from Vine Sauce made a chaos randomizer. Not like a proper chaos mod where, like, chat has control or whatever. But chaos randomizers are pretty funny. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, just now. I took a lot of damage I didn't need to from that HGCU. It's okay, though, because I know where to get some supplies. Oh my god, I got that glitch? It has been so long since I've seen that glitch. I don't know what causes that. Yeah, that got him. I think Half-Life 1's pistol is underrated, but the MP5 in Half-Life 1 is so good. Just that grenade launcher, this crazy spray pattern, where like your screen is going wild, it is just so fun to use. And it really sells that idea that Gordon has no fucking idea what he's doing. He's just surviving because he's a smart boy. I actually don't know, Tarkus. Usually, like, I mean, grenades go so fast that if it does apply, it's not really important, but I actually have no idea if they do that or not. Push it. You can do it. Yeah. Me acting like I didn't already know how to get in here. Half-Life 1 is one of the best games ever in the genre, which so is Half-Life 2. But yeah, no, don't skip it just because it's old. It's totally worth playing, and I think it holds up very well. I've watched people play this for the first time in like 2019, and they very much enjoyed it. So even though I'm super familiar with the game, I can say that people who aren't can also enjoy it, even though it's old. Half-Life 1 has plenty of lore. Both, Piotr, if that's how you pronounce that. But, I like Half-Life. I like Half-Life better than Black Mesa, but they're both good. Just in different ways. Did not mean to throw a second grenade. Yeah, that got him. Playing it like a Call of Duty player with the throwing C4 at close range. I love this. Look at how the more of these guys teleport in specifically to flank this guy. It just shows that like their teleportation isn't necessarily random. They are actually using it tactically. Granted, they aren't using it anywhere near its full potential, but they are doing it with some deliberacy, which is cool. Dude, I want to do a video on Halo 3 ODST so bad. I don't know why I haven't. Because ODST is... I think Halo 3 is my favorite Halo game, but ODST is definitely the most interesting one. I'm not a big fan of Reach, though. I think it's probably the weakest of the Bungie games.
Target range time is gonna pay off today.
Yeah, like, I can appreciate the hell out of Black Mesa, but I think that this game is just more fun and better as a whole. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Barney, it's been an honor working with you. Godspeed. Can I save him? Hey, Barney survived. High five, dude.
Guy responsible for this mess.
No, you can just walk up here. You don't need to use the boxes to get up there.
Got one.
Good job, Barney. I'm proud of you. But this is where we part ways and encounter the stupidest thing the military does in this entire game. Landmines and a fucking rocket silo. If you play your cards right, they're even throwing grenades in a rocket silo. I don't think Half-Life 1 enemies are too spongy at all. I'm playing on hard right now, and I'm doing just fine. Danny, the VOD is probably going up on my second channel. Yo, Brad, you don't have to correct people on my pronouns. Plenty of people are gonna make that mistake, it's okay. I have not played Absolute Zero, but I've seen it. Gorillas is awesome. What the fuck? Didn't have my hand on the keyboard, I thought I was safe. Anyways, okay, whenever you see me just going idle like that, I'm just reading chat, seeing if there's anything I want to start a little conversation about. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll do a video on Fallout 2 someday. Not a huge fan of Fallout 1. I think it's pretty good, but not as good as 2. As for doing a video on it, I don't know. Doing a video on RPGs is always tricky because it's like, okay, I can talk about whatever artistic meaning there could have been in my experience with the game, but everyone's going to have a different experience. And, you know, rarely do you find a game so unified in an RPG where it's like, okay, every single route you take, they're kind of making a similar artistic point. Like, that does not happen often. New Vegas is one example where it kind of does. Disco Elysium is another. But, you know, it's either I make a 2-hour-long video analyzing the whole game, or I make a 1-hour video that, or I make like a 15-minute video that analyzes my playthroughs of it, but is filled with holes because, you know, it's missing other people's experiences. Okay, I don't know what happens when I do this. An HECU might spawn on top of me in a second. Okay, never mind. No, this is not a mattress. This is actually just a very big pillow with a floral pattern. I just decided to rest it on the back of my chair so you wouldn't see just my bed in the background. Yeah, personal artistic views are more interesting, but, you know, I'm not talking, like, no matter what I do, it's going to be my own personal take on the game. But, what you'll be missing is, you know, stuff that happened on other people's playthroughs, but not mine. Yeah, I have no idea what the intention is with this section. That turret doesn't do shit to help you take that down. I usually just skip this, honestly. And just abandon the cart. You don't really need it. I mean, I don't know. Every part is annoying in its own way, but I don't really think there's any section that I would call, like, oh, this is the crappy part of Half-Life that I don't want to play. I'm sorry, I fucked up and I'm doing things while already knowing the solution. I fucked up my roleplay of not knowing what's going on. Yeah, I knew that. I played Half-Life 2 maps on, Portal before. Super fun, especially, in the early sections where all the Metro cops are using, the explosive barrels against you. It's fun to use the portal to throw that over on their head. Yeah, I think Zen is fun. It kind of goes against a lot of the design philosophy of the rest of the game, but it's fun. It's fine. It's just when the game turns a little bit more into a boomer shooter, which is weird to do in the final hour like that, but it's cool. I think it's probably the weakest part of the game as a whole, but what it does really well is capturing, wow, this is an incredibly alien world. You don't understand shit about what's going on. I think Zen captures that idea so well. The Flood in Halo 3 are my favorite implementation of the Flood in the series. I think Cortana is, like, the best Halo level. Or at least Halo 3 Flood, or just, it's the best Halo Flood level is what I'm trying to say. I do reply, as a matter of fact. She, her, by the way, though. And that's gonna get easier, I don't know, I'm not really putting in any effort into my appearance today. But, it'll get a whole lot easier to use my proper pronouns as I, one, start actually doing voice training. Because I'm not right now, I'm just not. I'm not doing my practice at all. But to just, when I start HRT, physically, I'm gonna transform a little bit. Like, my face will get a little bit more round, my big neck muscles and arm muscles will, degrade a little bit, which will make things look a whole lot more natural. We'll see Valve in his, we'll see Zen in a Valve game again. People just, I mean, Zen was rushed. Valve admits it themselves. I mean, hell, you can tell really badly that they wanted to put Zen in Half-Life Alyx. They're both fun in their own ways. Blood is like one of my favorite games of all time. And so is Half-Life. Yeah, this game is suitable for casuals. I mean, I haven't done any crazy bunny hoppy, insane aim shot shit yet in this whole playthrough. I've died like 3-4 times, and all of those were just from me being a dumbass, not from me, you know, being like not technically capable, which I don't know. I like my fast-paced games. I grew up on Quake 3 and all that, but those skills are not necessary to do well in Half-Life. That being said, I mean, you can always play on easy. I'm playing on hard, and it is much more difficult than easy mode. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous about using that title for this stream, because I'm like, okay, people are going to see that and just assume I'm b-hopping and like doing speedrun shit. But no, I meant it literally. I'm trying to be a smart gamer. I hate the sniper nests in this game. They're so buggy. Like, they're just very inconsistent with, like, whether or not grenades are gonna kill them, because their rooms are too big. Yeah, I loved New Vegas my whole life, and then I realized I was trans. I know. I think that that's a very funny meme. Because it's like, what the fuck is the correlation? There is, like, 2 LGBT characters in all of New Vegas, and none of them are trans. But everyone's like, yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, he'll pay. He'll definitely pay. Well, they think I sabotaged it. Why the fuck? I'm living in hell right now. I'm fighting for my fucking life, and you think I sabotaged it? He doesn't have more weapon skill. He just has a suit of armor that works incredibly well. Gotta be careful, I'm getting low on health. Is there a med kit in here? I can't remember. Oh, there's a station. I haven't played Tell Me Why. I don't know, there haven't been a whole lot of, like, I guess they call them queer games that I've really enjoyed that much. There's been a couple. I fucking loved Pagan Autogeny. That game was amazing. But, I don't know, it's not... It's weird subject matter for a game. Yeah, well, that's where you gotta suspend your disbelief with Half-Life. This suit can hold up to 500 bullets. It's fine. It's metal. And you know what? A room where you're being shot is about as hazardous an environment as you can get. Oh, I love this song. Tau 9, I think. Most gay games just exploring the negative aspects of being gay. I mean, oh yeah, it's called Drums and Riffs. I think they might have changed the name to Tau 9 in the Half-Life 2 OST. Oh, user that uses. That happens in Half-Life 2. That does not happen in Half-Life 1, and that makes me so mad. Because look at this. We'll get to a loading screen. Well, actually, the music might change here since we're at a chapter transition. But in Half-Life 1, the music does not change just because of loading screens. See? Music's still playing. This is another part where I might just die to bullshit. Okay, cool. Yeah, that tram has a way of just crushing you while you're falling, even though you're already inside of it. My favorite weapon is probably, believe it or not, the Hive Hand. I think that is, like, just such a cool weapon, and it's so useful. And it's so underappreciated. And Snarks. Same with, all that can be said for Snarks, too. Incredibly useful, but so different from anything else in any other game that you gotta switch your brain to a different mode to use them. You gotta think outside the box, like a theoretical physicist or something. Hazardous Environments is a good song. I think my favorite song in this game is probably Military Precision. Yeah, you can do that too, Lump of Gronk, but again, I'm trying to at least have some semblance of pretending that I'm doing this for the first time. For the sake of, I don't know, just having fun exploring the game as it was designed. Hey, if there's any gun people in chat, I'm not a gun person myself. If you just have a gun underwater like this, will it just work once it's surfaced again? Or, like, would all the bullets be ruined by the water? Can a wet bullet fire? Yeah, the Tau Cannon is also a very fun gun. I think questionable ethics... I don't know, it's one of my favorite chapters. I really like surface tension.
Did you see it? They said it was hauled from the Challenger Deep, but I'm positive that beast never swept into terrestrial waters until...
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
There's a
You cannot fire a wet bullet.
in the shark cage, but I'm not sure it would work on this species. You're welcome to try.
Yeah, because I mean, like, the Glock in this game can shoot once you're underwater. Not that that is any reason to believe that that's how it would actually happen. The Hive Hand shoots around corners. I don't want to hear shit about you guys shit-talking it because it doesn't do much damage. It shoots around corners. That's incredible. That's the best thing a gun can possibly do. What's the issue with guns? They can't shoot around corners. The Hive Hand can, man. Oof. This thing has so much health on hard mode. But it doesn't do that much damage. There we go. Nope, you're still alive. There we go. I freaking love these things designed. They're so creepy. So I didn't figure this out until like a year ago. But, you don't have to ride this thing to get up here. You don't have to do any weird freaky jump. There's actually just a gate. Yeah, I feel like all sorts of awful things would happen to a gun if you tried to use it underwater. So here's another, in case you guys didn't watch my what the hell even happened in Half-Life 1 video. This is another piece of evidence that the teleportation is not random at all, and they are using it tactically. This is a fucking trap. You can't tell me it's not. They saw a box with some shotgun ammo on it. They're like, oh, we can use this. I don't think it had any two-handed weapons because just mechanically in VR, two-handed weapons always feel incredibly jank, and they kind of break your immersion. Like, especially if you're like me, if you have a headset that has inside-out tracking, and it's not the best inside-out tracking, you have what's called occlusion issues, which is where one controller is in front of the other. And when that happens, you get tracking issues and your gun starts to shake. So if I'm in a VR game doing this, you know, with two controllers, the headset can't detect this controller because it's being blocked by this one. And so what happens is my gun just starts to shake like crazy and I can't aim down sights at all. There's actually a lot of soft locks in this game. But they're all just, like, sloppy brushwork, not, like, game design issues. So you don't need to do this crazy platforming thing. And I'm already maxed out on C4. You could just do this. Look, they even laid a ladder here so that you could more easily push this box in place. So this was definitely intended. Oh, what's that? A total ambush? As in, not random teleportation? Everyone thinks I'm crazy. It's cool that the Nintendo Switch has an OLED screen now. The Boneworks is a fucking janky game, but that's the case for every VR game with two-handed weapons for me. Pavlov, all of them. Yeah, aliens can open these, aliens can unlock these. That's what just happened. This door is not supposed to be unlocked until all the aliens are dead. But that happens sometimes in this room. The worst Half-Life game, probably Op 4. At least out of the official ones.
The science team has been tracking your progress with the Black Mesa security system. Unfortunately, so is the military. That suit of yours is full of tracking devices. Still, it's better than going naked in this place. It's cold in there, and you'll have to hurry. It could sap your suit power in a matter of moments. If you're bent on reaching the Lambda complex, then you'll want
I use the Vive Cosmos. Do not use the Vive Cosmos. It is an expensive piece of shit headset. You can get $300 headsets that are better. I'm gonna be popping my VR cherry a few days with my own headset. Oh, Snapchat, nice. Black Mesa is a fun game. It is not a decent, substitute to Half-Life 1. Yeah, I just blew up Wikipedia's server. Hey, Blue Shift is really fun. Op 4 has lots of cool mechanics, but the level design is not there. Have I played Decay? Decay is really fun. It's a little infuriating playing the PC mod because of the way that saving and checkpoints work in that game. Do I enjoy vaping? I'm using it to quit cigs, not especially successfully, but that's the idea anyway. But I like the way it tastes. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 16. I'm 22 now, and I've had a nicotine addiction ever since. So I really need to get on that. Yeah, I mean, okay. You could also say Half-Life Source is the worst Half-Life game, because yeah, Half-Life Source is fucking awful. Yeah, hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades VR looks a lot of fun. Yeah, see, Op4 is full of, like, bullshit things. And, that's bad. Half-Life 1 doesn't really have much bullshit in it, and neither does Blue Shift. Blue Shift doesn't add much to Half-Life, but it's just a bunch of fun Half-Life gameplay. Yeah, vape is much better for you than cigarettes. Not good, but not as bad. Dude, it's funny you say that, Nikolaj. I, just played through all of, what am I saying? I just played through all of, Cruelty Squad yesterday. I fucking loved it. I can't believe it took me so long to find that game. That is, like, the most leadhead game I've ever played. It's like, where the hell has this thing been my whole life? I'm actually not sure if that's how it works, Mighty Mace. I don't know if you can do, an annual subscription. A nicotine craving lasts much longer than 3 minutes will. Wait, I should mute my Discord if that's gonna start being an issue. Oh. Yeah, okay, I've got a, another homie who wants to be added to the staff of this stream. Let me do that real quick. Community. Let me just make this full screen. Save. Okay, PK, you should have access now. Wow, chat is popping off with lots of really long messages. Is there anything I liked in Hunt Down the Freeman? That's a good one. I had to skip most of the game. Because the fucking maps were just broken. What do I like in Hunt Down the Freeman? I can't think of shit, honestly. I can't think of a single thing I liked about that game. I really liked when that one guy ran off with the med kit in the beginning. Ooh, I like the final cutscene. I'm just gonna spoil it, who gives a fuck. I like the final cutscene when you realize that Alex, I think, was actually Gordon Freeman. Because in that last cutscene, you know, he takes off his helmet. Oh my god, it's my friend Alex. And then the camera just pans to G-Man standing next to him, and he just nods his head, and it's like fucking Palpatine, like, do it. It is so fucking funny. Oh, I also really like... Okay, so we all know our Half-Life. In Half-Life, there's the 7-hour war. That is when the Combine invaded Earth and conquered us. In Hunt Down the Freeman, it takes place during the 7-hour war. And humanity surrenders at exactly 7 hours, down to the second. So, they hear 7-hour war, they think it's literally exactly 7 hours. Otherwise, it would have been called the 7-hour, 6-minute, and 37-second war, right? Why would they call it the 7-hour war unless it was exactly 7 hours? It is so fucking dumb. I love it so much. What do you think of horror games? I like them. Okay, wait, someone's DMing me. Okay. Yeah, Medkit Boy's hilarious. Oh wait, let me hit this button. Yeah, the voice acting is pretty funny. Okay, yeah, I think... Yeah, I disabled my public DMs for a very good reason. Y'all fuckers stress me out. Alright, well, let's continue. We're about to get to a pretty good stopping point. I think I'm probably gonna end the stream once I, get there. It's cold as fuck. Also, hey, as long as I've got, 300 people to answer questions for me. Cold sapping batteries or electronics. Is that a thing that happens? Because, that's what's happening in that room. He says it's so cold in there, it'll sap your suit's energy in a matter of seconds. Let's get supplies. We're gonna need them. I've played some Half-Life 2 in VR. Bador! I'm glad I'm not the only one who loves the HLVRAI references. Oh shit, alright, yeah, I'll give you one.
Freeman, right? I've got a message for you. Make sure you don't...
Gordon, look out! Hotted boobs up ahead! Tits, big ones! Only, we're playing on hard mode, so the boobs aren't even that hotted because they turn invisible. Ooh, they don't teach you that in school. I really am just listening for their footsteps because they're invisible. That's really cool. I haven't played this game with headphones in so long. Okay, so there is some scientific merit to batteries discharging when they get cold. That's cool. Alright, they got HD TV in here. Blu-ray. Fuck.
I see it. Alright, we got him.
Where are we taking this Freeman guy? Topside for questioning. What the hell for? We've got him. Let's kill him now. And if they find the body? Body? What body?
Do you like HD DVD, idiot? Dun dun dun. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna end it for now. I'll go ahead and save my game. And let's see here. What can I do about this whole situation? Yeah, fuck it. Here, I'll just I'll drag a little bit. Wait. Let me do something. Okay, had some papers showing in my background that I don't want. My mirror just fell. It didn't crack. I should probably fix that though, just a moment. Oh yeah, you guys like my gaming chair? Like this is a temporary setup I'm working with. My living situation has changed drastically over the last couple days. So that's the world I live in right now. Got my pizza in the background. What can I do here to make this like... Here, I'll give you a little bit of pig mask in the background. Got my fucking gamer girl apparel on. Yeah, the mirror is fine, actually, believe it or not. No, this is actually a cool setup. I like what I'm rocking right now. Here, let me... I'm not gonna move my camera around to show you, but it's cool. I fucking hate this chair. It is so uncomfortable. I've got a big-ass pillow I'm sitting on. But, yeah, no, I could do a lot worse for something temporary. I just hope I can find a better place to live soon. I don't like rolling chairs either. See, normally I play on the couch, actually. That's right. The craziest, most powerful gamer in the world plays on the couch when she can. But right now, that's not an option because this is such a small room. So, you know, that's life. I don't know. I don't like being super close to the screen. Oh, hey, wait, we got a perfect opportunity to see how this staff stuff works, because we got a dickhead in chat. Put user in timeout, I guess? I've never tried this before. I don't know how this works. Fuck it. Whatever that button did. Couch is hella better than gaming chair. Oh, I can take off these stupid fucking headphones now. Nice. Ugh. I hate wearing headphones so much. Oh, I got them with the double timeout, my bad. My nails are not cute, they're fucked up. It's fine. I play guitar, so I cannot keep my shit. I cannot keep my shit from cracking. I'm so glad to be out of those headphones. I hate them so much. They fuck with my vertigo, generally speaking. Let's see, what can... I don't know, it's an Aki camera, I guess. I just got the first one that looked halfway decent on Amazon. Wait, somebody asked me something. Oh, hey, hello, Chicken Man. You're at the tail end of the stream now, so you've just missed it. Timeout is a temporary kick. Hide user is a ban equivalent. Okay. Thank you, PK. Yeah, well, playing on the couch does hurt my back. I've got horrible posture. But, what I do is when I go to get a new couch or whatever, whenever it's time to get a couch, I fucking hide my computer mouse in my purse, and I bring one of those little USB to USB-C adapters, so I can just plug in my, my mouse into my, phone, and then I just, like, covertly check that the couch works well as a mouse pad, while no one's looking when I'm at, like, Big Lots or whatever. And that is embarrassing as fuck, but I gotta do it. I'm not really a fan of Skyrim. Half-Life Alyx I fucking love. Any horror game recommendations? Well, it's funny you say that. This stream was originally going to be a Silent Hill 4 stream, but I figured for my first stream on this channel, I should do a crowd pleaser. And obviously my audience loves Half-Life and Valve and PC stuff. I do not make original music, Ben Foley. I would like to. I've written like 1 or 2 songs for some projects my friends were doing. Continuing the stream, I can't do schedules. I'm like a super self-destructive person. Like, I'm generally together, I'm keeping my head on straight, but I kind of wish I wasn't, you know? So no schedule for streams. Just sometimes you'll catch them, sometimes you won't. I haven't played the only... Wait, isn't Homecoming a... No, that's Shattered Memories. I just streamed Cruelty Squad last night on my Discord server, so I'm not going to be streaming that anytime soon. But the only Silent Hill game I've played is 2, actually. I've played a little bit of... I played most of 3, but I never finished it. Van Prace, Googling it wouldn't do you any good anyways, because Vertigo is kind of just what me and my family call it. We don't really have, like, a proper name for it or whatever. And doctors generally seem to get what I'm saying. Basically, there's all these very arbitrary triggers that will make me feel extreme lightheadedness. And that lightheadedness always has me very afraid that I'm going to have a full-blown vertigo attack, which is when I am, like, drunk spinning like fucking crazy for days, hours, and it's like the worst shit that's ever happened to me. And when I say arbitrary triggers, I mean incredibly arbitrary triggers. Everything from, like, I was driving my mom's car yesterday, and that fucked me up. Like, dinner dates and shit, or, like, sitting inside of restaurants at all. Like, I've had so many dinner dates where I go in there, I'm being great in the car, I'm having a good time, I'm doing the dating thing well, and then as soon as I get inside the restaurant, I just get this 1,000-yard stare because I can feel the vertigo coming, and I, like, can't talk. And so I've just completely ruined the date. I'm seeing a neurologist soon, Ben, hoping that they will give me some sort of medication. I've tried everything. I've even tried, you guys know I'm sober, I've even tried this. This is legal, this is not an illegal drug, but this is Delta 8 THC, and it does get you a little bit high. and it's helped me a little bit with the vertigo, but not a ton. So I'm hoping a doctor can just give me some brain pills. I just need normal pills so I can be okay. I don't think Op 4 or Blue Shift are canon, although there's one little joke I really like. Blue Shift has way too fucking many head crabs. They're just everywhere, and it gets really annoying by the end. And I heard somebody saying that that is why Barney is afraid of head crabs in Half-Life 2, which I think is really funny. So for that reason alone, yeah, fuck it. Op 4, I mean, Blue Shift can be canon. Can I do any impressions? I used to be able to do a pretty freaking good Scout impression. Hey, Miss Pauling, you know I got a bucket of chicken if you want to come over. I don't know, used to be better. I eat your sandwiches. I eat them all. It was better a little bit in the past. Are you a fan of the God of War games? Not especially. They're kind of fun. Because opposing force is like 4 fucking syllables. Op 4 is 2. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is, like, I'm not a big freak about canon. I can't do Waluigi. I wish I could. Waluigi's a super fun voice. Yeah, who's got time for syllables? Does Gordon Freeman wear a helmet? You know, I'm gonna say he does. There's no evidence in the game to support this, but I'm just saying he does. It's better if he does. It makes more sense if he does. I just wish I could do an NG impression, Vin. Like, oh my god, all the TF2 voice acting is so good. I can't do any other impressions. For me, it is 3 p.m. The transition is going okay. I don't know, I'm generally feeling good about myself. Every now and then you get a random dickhead in chat or whatever, but, you know, fuck that. I got plenty of people in real life who know their manners. It's funny you mentioned that, because we were just talking about impressions. And I found out, so estrogen or anything chemical I can do is not going to change my voice. Like, I have an Adam's apple. I got it already. My throat already developed as a man's throat. So essentially, the way that trans people get a female voice is they just get really, really good at impressions. And they find a voice they like, and they stick to it long enough that eventually, like, their internal dialogue, eventually comes in that voice. And, Matej, I'm not sure how I pronounce that name, I'm sorry. I don't evade questions on my gender transition at all. I answer them fully. I mean, the thing is, I don't want to talk about it all day, because I don't want it to become, like, my entire online personality. But I try not to avoid any questions at all. It might just be because there's a horrible chat delay right now for some viewers. So, that it might look like I'm evading questions, but I just haven't gotten the answer yet. Maybe I'll do a Fem Scout voice. That'll be my girl voice. Oh my god. I used to be able to do such a good Toad voice. I can't anymore though. We're just taking a break. I think I'm gonna end the stream here in a minute, so I'm just chatting. We just got captured by the HECU at the very end of Apprehension, and we are about to enter the residue processing chapter. I thought I was just gonna do one session, but honestly, like, it is hot as fuck in my room. I I do not want to stream in here for twice as long as I already have, and we're about halfway through the game, maybe. A little bit more than half. Yes, I absolutely want to continue making Theo Franklin videos, Penguin Boy. The thing is, I wasn't lying when I said that that's what happened in my playthrough. I'm trying to add a dramatic flair to what actually happened to Theo Franklin in my playthrough of the game. And the thing is, I was saying this earlier in the stream, I fucking love New Vegas, you guys know this, but the second half of it kind of isn't that interesting in terms of, like, your character story. At the second half, it becomes much more about the world of New Vegas and the different factions. And so I'm having a whole lot of trouble putting what happened to Theo Franklin into a story about Theo Franklin, I guess, is the best way to put it. So I'm just having difficulty figuring out where I want to take the series. Theo Franklin is not done at all, but I'm just having a tough time figuring out where to go with it next. Like, you'd think the obvious answer would be Old World Blues. It's a fucking DLC filled with technology. Theo Franklin would absolutely love it. But believe it or not, after I finished the DLC with Theo, I'm like, yeah, you know, there weren't really there weren't really that many great Theo moments. Like, all the brain bots or whatever the fuck they're called, the think tank, they're all really fucking funny, but that's not Theo Franklin being funny. At that point, I might as well just say, here's a funny DLC. That's Theo Franklin, remember him? So I don't know if I'm going to include anything about Old World Blues. But that just sort of leaves me in an awkward situation. Like, okay, so, like, what, the next step is just the last 3 missions of the game? I don't know. Yeah, I love Undertale. I don't know. I don't want to break away from the canon of New Vegas. Like, I don't want Theo Franklin to be like this thing that goes from game to game to game. I've moved since then, Okapi. Favorite Gorillaz song? What's that one? I really like Super Fast Jellyfish, but that's not what I was thinking of. It's off of Plastic Beach. To Binge. I love To Binge. I love 19-2000. I don't know. It's hard to name a favorite Gorillaz song. They're all so different. I'm more about favorite albums, and my favorite Gorillaz album is obviously Plastic Beach. Actually, you know what? Maybe not so obviously. It might be Demon Days. I don't know who Birdie is, but why do I care if someone... Oh, Birdo being trans? I don't know shit about Birdo. So... Favorite Tyler song off of the new album is... I'm cross between Sweet and, between I Thought You Wanted to Dance and, Wilshire. Probably I Thought You Wanted to Dance. I really like Rise, too. Oh, yeah, Death Stranding was one of my favorite games. That's a fucking major banger. And you know what's funny? So MF Doom, if anyone here knows him, he's like a very underground rapper. Or was. He passed last year, unfortunately. But usually it's like, okay, people listen to Gorillaz, and then they hear that one song, November Has Come, and they suddenly like MF Doom. I was the other way around. I discovered MF Doom, and then that's how I got into Gorillaz. Stanley Parable's great. Metal Gear is my favorite media franchise of all time. Very excited for S-Box. Haven't heard of Lemon Demon. My favorite candy, Probably Smarties. I don't get Smarties like ever. But if I could just make any appear right now, it'd be Smarties. We don't know how MF Doom died, at least I don't. I mean, he was getting up there, and he was a big guy. I'm sure he got lots of medical complications, unfortunately. I don't believe it was COVID, though, if that's what you're asking. Favorite Pink Floyd album is The Wall, which is my favorite album of all time. I've never been a fan of Stalker. Doodle's Lord of Low IQ. Wait, no, wrong person. Philoy? The resource that's helped me the most, and I'm way behind on my practice, like I don't practice at all. But look up trans voice lessons on YouTube. It's this girl named I don't know. She calls herself Z, so I guess her name starts with a Z. But yeah, she knows all the science behind it, and it has been a very good resource for me. Yeah, Cruelty Squad is fucking amazing. That is like the most leadhead game I've ever played, and I can't believe it took me so long to find it. Blart Side of the Mall is fucking awesome. I've never done it myself, but I've watched the video on it. It's so great. That's like one of my favorite videos on YouTube. Take it easy, Hotmail. This is cool. I've never done you know, all my streams that I was doing on like Discord or whatever end in just vibing. But you know, that's like 20 people. I never got to, you know, that's just the Discord side of the audience, which are like the, I hate to say it like this, but those are like the mega fans, like the people who like my stuff enough to join my Discord. This is nice, having more people to vibe with and having it be people who aren't necessarily like the biggest fans. Yeah, see, here's the thing in Individu Lambda. Nothing I do physiologically will change my voice. Like, if I start estrogen, that's not going to change my voice. If I, like, got my dick cut off or whatever, that would not change my voice. Because I've already been through male puberty. My, voice box and my throat have already developed. So it's literally just, like, I have to practice it, and I have to get good at it, and it has to become so naturally to me that that's my voice from now on. So, yeah, I mean, you don't have to be trans to change your voice. Really, I mean, like, if I was in drama club or something as a kid, I would have a big step. I'd have a big head start in that direction, because a lot of it is really just getting good at impressions, which is cool. I think that that'll also help me a lot with singing, because I think that that will just expand my knowledge of how my throat works, really, which is obviously super important to singing. And it's been cool, like, sort of learning how to sing in a female voice without just abandoning my male voice, because I don't really listen to too many female singers, so I'm glad that I've like gotten to a place where I'm happy. I'm glad I've gotten to a place where I'm like happy with, I'm comfortable singing in a man's voice, because there's lots of great music out there that sounds better in a man's voice, you know. Like Frank Sinatra in a girl's voice hits different. It's not the same. That is true. I believe you can actually get surgery to change the shape of your voice box, but I'd like to get through this whole thing without any surgeries. I'm very much nervous around doctors and stuff. I can show you what my vape juice is because it's time to refill it. Just a moment. Oh, and to answer your question, Bobby, I think the stream went really well. That was fun. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing is, It does just sort of come naturally as you feel more comfortable in your gender. Like, you can ask anyone. If you go back and watch some of my old videos, my voice definitely sounds deeper than it does, like, right now, or even in my normal voiceovers. Which is funny, because I didn't even intend to change my voiceover voice. I intended for that to stay the same, but it didn't. It changed on its own. Yeah, no, voice surgery does not sound fun. I'm doing laser hair removal on my face, because that is obviously like a huge detriment. No matter how good you shave, you will still see the roots of your hair unless they're removed. And the doctor offered me fillers, which you know, they would inject my cheeks with some shit to make them look fuller and more feminine. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? But then I looked into it, found out there's like a 1 in a million chance that you go fucking blind in that eye. Like, if they do this cheek, I could lose eyesight here. Nope, not doing it. Never, never, never. I don't care. That's not happening. So like I said, minimum surgeries, please. Yeah, I'll be doing more streams, Sir Foop. I think this one went really fun. Went really well. This was fun. Well, you know, I figure, you know, they call it a transphobia for a reason. You know, it is a fear. It's a fundamental misunderstanding, and fear is of the unknown. So, my thought process is, if I can shed light on this, if there's any transphobes who haven't clicked off, they're thinking, oh wow, this is just a person with this tricky situation that they're in. Okay. I can't really give advice on that subject, Elu. My parents were just super, accepting. I've never heard of Afraid of Monsters. Yeah, the stream is over, Felipe. We're just sort of hanging out right now. This is my first ever stream on this channel, so my first ever stream with this big of an audience, and I'm just vibing now. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys. I didn't even grab my vape juice. I'm such a fucking scatterbrain. Since somebody was asking what juice I'm using, this is Sad Boy Key Lime Cookie. Oh, hey, good luck with your game jam, Pingaloo. That's cool. Yo, guys, can we really fucking get the political bullshit out of my Half-Life stream? Come on. Yeah, of course transphobes affect me. I haven't really had any transphobic experiences in real life yet, which I'm in, like, total Bible Belt territory. Really, the only transphobia I've encountered is on YouTube, from the community. And that sucks because, I don't know, you guys watch my stuff, you know that my videos are very personal. I would like to talk about this stuff more because there's a lot of the time it's relevant. Like, it would have been really relevant in my Fight Club video or something. But because I just straight up lose subscribers when I talk about being trans, it's something I'm, like, very apprehensive to talk about. Why is my YouTube persona a pig? I can't answer questions like that. I'm sorry. I saw you asking that question over and over. I'm sorry to disappoint you with the answer. But I can't reveal my secrets. Yeah, no, I mean, in real life, it's just fine. I don't know. I'm not really putting in any effort right now, so I'm kind of looking rough. Just hanging out in a fucking graphic tee. But in real life, I just about never even, like, get misgendered. Pretty much the only time it happens is like cops, which obviously to them I'm, they see my legal name. Yeah, see, exactly, and like it's not. That's not what this channel is about. This is not a trans channel. It's just a channel with a trans, user. It's not a Pink Floyd reference, Leon. Yeah, when I talk about being trans, I hella lose subscribers, which is scary. I need money, which means I need subscribers. This thing is not for sale, never has been for sale. It's handcrafted. Paper mache. And it still fits like a glove, even with all this hair. Not to say it's comfortable. I'm gonna close this again. I hate being right in front of the window like that because it makes me look like a ghost. Yeah, I'm doing YouTube full time. I have been since, I guess, late September. I mean, I think most left-wing video essayists just already like me IP freely. Because, I mean, I don't get into politics, but I think if you watch my stuff, it's pretty obvious that that's more where I fall. Well, Dink, the second channel is just for its own stuff. That has nothing to do with gender either. Pretty much the only thing that is about me being trans is my Instagram. And that's just because I wanted to have a place to talk about it a ton, where I knew I wouldn't annoy people. Because, like, if you go to my Twitter, it's like, alright, whatever, this is the Twitter of a YouTube gamer, here's some tweets about games. I just wanted to have, like, at least one place where I wouldn't feel like I was annoying people by talking about it all the time. Weird Brain, it's actually 8-minute videos. Now, it used to be 10 minutes, now it's 8. Favorite movie? Probably 2001: A Space Odyssey or A Clockwork Orange. I'm not gonna get into where I'm living right now. It's a temporary thing right now. So, hopefully I'll find a better place soon. Quarantine, I don't know. I can't even say it was that bad. Most of my friends are online anyways, and my channel blew up in part because of quarantine. Like, that's part of the reason I'm here right now and I can do this full time. Ooh, another one of my favorite movies is Ed Wood. That is an incredible movie. It's a biopic by Tim Burton about the creator of Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is frequently called the best bad movie. And it's just like a really, really sad movie. It is so good. It's funny, it's sad, it's got it all. And also, like, I don't know, I think that's also an incredible date movie. Ooh, you watched Ed Wood, Bread? How'd you like it? Hey, I don't like my chair either, Macho. Life changed going into full-time content creation. Well, basically my life became incredibly fucking stressful, and I hate it. I don't hate it, but pretty soon, I don't know, I'm planning a video called, like, How YouTube Breaks Its Creators or something like that. Cause having like everything I rely on to stay alive being reliant on my creative output is incredibly nerve-wracking. I mean, like, every time you're putting yourself out there, you're second guessing yourself. That's just natural. And that feeling is compounded so much when there's actually like real life consequences riding on your success. It's super nerve-wracking. It's worth it. But man, it is tough. Haven't played Neo Scavenger. Hey, glad you enjoyed it, Brad. Like I said, that is one of my favorite movies ever. Never really read any comics. Never been my thing. I've had 9 to 5s before. They suck. This is better than a 9 to 5, but I don't know. It's got its own set of difficulties. I don't really watch video essayists, right, Brad? Just because I make video essays, so when I'm having off time, I want to get away from all that. But the best ones are Ahoy, obviously. Noah Caldwell Gervais, Super Bunny Hop. Those are pretty much the only ones that like stick out to me as being like incredible. Gods Will Be Watching? Never heard of that. Okay, I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna dip out. Full Metal Jacket is awesome. I like both sections of it. I think they're both very important to the movie. And I think that separating the movie into 2 halves like that instead of a traditional 3-act structure is a very, very nice change of pace and suits the movie really well. I think if I had to... I mean, I don't like to judge movies like this, but I prefer the first half to the second. Everyone keeps talking about Jacob Geller. I have no fucking idea who that is. Everyone, in all my comments, people are like, oh wow, it's clear that she watches Jacob Geller. I'm like, no I don't. Who is that? I see he's got a lot of subscribers, so I guess if I'm similar to him, then I'll get a lot of subscribers someday. That's cool. But I don't know who that is. Hey, thank you, Cyril. Yeah, you did miss the game portion of the stream. I'm just about to head out. I loved Resident Evil 8. I use Adobe Premiere, Ramon. Or Ramon. After TF2, I mean, after Spy, I like to play Scout. I freaking love playing Scout! He is just so much fun. And he's like, I don't know, along with Spy, I feel like Scout and Spy have the highest skill caps in the game. Like, even more than Sniper. And that's something I really enjoy. I like when, like, even though I'm like a really good, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm like a pretty freaking good Scout and Spy player, but no matter how good I am, I can always get better. That was a rough one. Back in the day, I had a way better Scout voice. I'll do Hotline Miami videos someday, but it's like, you know, what do you want me to say? Like, we kind of just get it with that game. It's not especially complicated, you know. Yeah, see, like, that's what I like. I like the classes in TF2 that kind of rely on trickery and mind games a little bit. Like, you know, like Soldier, there's not that much of a psychological aspect to 1v1ing someone as Soldier. But with Scout, there's so much psychology that goes into fighting someone. And same with Spy, obviously. I mean, a few people say nobody's actually made a good video on Hotline Miami. Maybe I will someday, but I think that might just be because we all get it, you know? Like, again, it's an awesome game. I freaking love it. I just replayed both games like 2-3 weeks back. But, we get it. I don't think I could say anything about that game that you all haven't you know, thought yourself in the past. And also, when I covered Bioshock, every motherfucker on this channel thought that my name came from Leadhead Splicers, which it didn't. And if I do a Hotline Miami video, everyone on this channel will think that this is a Hotline Miami reference, which it isn't. These are just coincidences. I'm not a theoretical physicist. I just really like Half-Life. I don't know. People like meme about this, meme about like learning classes from TF tubers, but I pretty much just learned Spy from watching Mr. Paladin. I made a point of playing with the Your Eternal Reward. You know, the spy, the knife that lets you take the disguise of whoever you stab, and I think that like forced me to get stabs. I am fucked if I don't get a stab when I'm using that. If I miss a stab, I'm not disguised anymore. Turrets are shooting me. I'm just in a bad situation. That just sort of forced me to get good at tricking people. It forced me to use my disguises and all that. So I don't know, using Your Eternal made me a whole lot better of a spy player, whereas with most classes you kind of just want to train with their stock weapons. I actually do have my own TF2 server aesthetic. If you go to my Twitter, you will see the... If you go to my Twitter, you'll see the IP address in my bio. Although, it's usually pretty dead, I'll be real. Like, I'll put out a ping on my Discord server when I'm playing on it, and it'll fill up, but, yeah, no, if you're just trying to play a casual game without me being there, it's usually empty. Yeah, Morrowind's cool. Never finished it, but I like it. Probably more YouTube Archon, although not... Back in the day, I would watch content that's more similar to what I make now, you know, video essays about games. Now, I just watch, like, dumb shit. Yes, absolutely play Minerva's Den, Ocean 93. It is just so good. No, my Discord's public. There is a patron-only section of the Discord, but anyone can go. You can find it actually in the description of this very live stream, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, stream settings. I don't know how the fuck YouTube works. Yeah, my Discord link is in the description here. I already know how to play Spy, though, and I learned it from Mr. Paladin, so... Appreciated, Duarte. I'm not telling what my name is from, Games Dean. That would ruin the mystery. What's the fun in that? I don't know what that game is called either, Adam Krylon. I have not made a video on it. Mr. Paladin, the YouTuber. Alright, well, I think that the random chatting has gone on long enough, so I think I'm going to close this out and go grab a bite. So, hey, again, you know, I got hella links. If you go in my description, I got Insta, Twitter, all that stuff, TF2 server, Discord. So, yeah, I mean, if you think it's fun to interact with me and chill and watch streams and shit, go over there and we can play some TF2 or some shit sometime. And in that regard, one more thing I just want to point out. This was actually really fun. This was my first live stream on the main channel. Normally I stream on my Discord, which has like 3,000 users, and I stream on my second channel, which has like 3,000 subs. 250,000 is a lot bigger number than 3,000, so I'm not used to this size of an audience, but I had a really good time. So I think we're definitely going to continue with more streams later. We will be finishing up Half-Life 1, obviously, and then maybe I'm gonna get into Silent Hill 4. I just got that game on GOG, and I am looking forward to streaming it and just playing it because I've never